Well, next to another of those anniversaries that will leave you wondering where on earth that time went. Can you believe it's 10 years since Ricky Hatton became boxing champion of the world by stunning the great Tszyu on the defining night of his career? Tomorrow, the hitman will relive the occasion, hosting a star-studded charity bash for more than 3,000 fans. Mike Hall met up with Ricky to reminisce about one of boxing's biggest upsets of all time.
It was one of Manchester's greatest sporting nights when a local hero became a global star. This IBF World Light Welterweight showdown looked a step too far for Ricky Hatton. Australian legend Tszyu was widely regarded as the world's greatest boxer, unbeaten in 8 years.
It was like a Rocky film. When Rocky was given no chance against Apollo Creed, no one gave me a chance, you know, and it was nerve-wracking for me on that Saturday morning to pick up all the papers and see all the sports writers saying, yeah, Tszyu winning 2, Tszyu winning 4, Tszyu winning 5, and, you know, and doubt can creep in your mind. Just because people thought I couldn't do it, that was my fuel.
20,000 packed Manchester Arena, more in hope than expectation.
I think the fans felt like they were cheering on a mate rather than because I was a local lad. It's like a nervous tension because everyone had the enthusiasm, but I know they'd be going, come on, Ricky. I couldn't, you know, and I wouldn't blame them for thinking that.
By the time the boxers entered the ring, it was 2 o'clock in the morning. The fight delayed for a prime time American audience. It turned into a war and looked destined to go the distance until, after 11 bruising rounds, the unthinkable happened. To the amazement of Hatton's corner and the whole boxing world, the legend threw in the towel.
Mick Williamson was the one, in fact, said, it's over. Billy turned round and looked. He went, no, it's not. Oh, yeah, it is.
Ricky Hatton rocks the world with a truly stunning win over a modern legend.
For him to quit on his stool, you know what I mean? It couldn't have been any even more perfect if it had knocked him out, you know, for a champion like Tszyu to say, oh, no more, I've had enough. It was the greatest win of my career.
Hatton had won not only the world title, but millions of new fans, including another high-profile gladiator who had been cheering on his fellow Aussie.
I didn't bump into him after the fight. He flew home and I believe he got arrested the following day for chucking a phone at someone, so obviously I must have upset him. I didn't leave the after-fight party while about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it was, you know, the birds are tweeting, and people are still swinging off the lamppost. There's only one Ricky Hatton. It was like, it was a night that Manchester will never forget. I remember every second, every minute of it.
A decade on, it's about to be celebrated. Tomorrow night, Ricky's hosting a party for more than 3,000 of his fans at Manchester's Victoria Warehouse. Expect another all-nighter.
I've never been shy of having a party. I think that's pretty well documented. But I mean, more importantly, you know, I'm raising money for some charity as well. For, you know, I'm patron of Barnabas for the homeless in Manchester and the Genesis Breast Cancer Trust. So all the proceeds are going to go to that. But, you know, it's just saying a thank you. And no one I want to say thank you more to them fans because they took me over the finishing line that night. He quit on his stool, I wasn't far behind, and you give me that extra drive. And if it is arguably Manchester's greatest ever night that we've had, why shouldn't we not celebrate it?
Yeah, that is going to be some party, and there are some tickets still available, I'm told. If you're interested, go to our website where there is also an extended interview with Ricky that's well worth watching. I tell you what, though, they were fighting at 2 o'clock in the morning. To fight at that level at 2 o'clock in the morning is something. I can't remember the last time I was awake at 2 o'clock in the morning.
He looks like a boy in those archive shots as well, doesn't he?
So young, he does indeed. Well done to Ricky Hatton, an amazing night of boxing.